Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Split Labs channel. Today is Monday, March 30th, 2026, and we're going to dive into some NBA best bets today. We're also going to do a separate video on MLB best bets to be determined if I split it up. But before we get started and dive into our best bets, I always have to let you guys know this video is completely 100% powered by Split Labs because we built the exact tool that we wanted to use as sports bettors. We show you the public betting splits, line movement, and market signals across all major sports. Head over to the link in the description, splitlabs.net. Promo code YouTube gets you 50% off your first month to get access to everything that you see here today as we navigate our best bets in NBA. All right, let's jump into the board here. I've got some pretty clean reads. And as always, I usually don't go through the board by myself. I kind of just go through it. Like the first time you guys are seeing this video is the first time that I'm pretty much going through the board by myself. So kind of just giving you the insight into kind of my thought process as I look at these numbers on Split Labs and how I think they can play a role in here. Let's get you guys to a closer view so we can take a look at the line movement, some of the injury reporting, and things like that. Starting with the Sixers and the Heat. 76ers are taking in a lot of money. In full disclosure, I'm recording this video pretty early in the morning. So by the time tip-off happens and maybe you see this, or when you wake up in the morning, numbers might change, right? Fluctuate. Lines might be different than what you're seeing here. So, of course, head over to the link in the description just so you can kind of see the latest data, latest numbers, line movement, whatever the case may be. Let's start with the numbers here on the spread. 73% of bets, 82% of money on Philadelphia 76ers -2. Am I concerned about the amount of money coming in bets right now? No, because it's still early. What I am concerned about is the line movement happening because it's so soon. As you guys can see, this was updated at 1 a.m. They opened as an underdog, which is pretty surprising given they're the better team and they're more healthy. They opened at a +1. And now they're sitting at a -2. So the books are reacting quickly to making sure that the Sixers are the favorite in this game. Moving on to the money line, we have 78% of bets, 90% of money on the Sixers money line. Same exact thing here. It opened at a pick'em, which is scary to say the least, but it's moving to -130. When you guys wake up, these numbers might change, but I'm expecting the Sixers money line to get worse because they're quickly adjusting for all of the amount of bets and monies coming on here. And then looking at the total here, we have 57% bets, 52% of money on under 245.5. No line movement on this yet, but I'm not too concerned given that it's still early and we're a little over 50-50, but it's not too crazy of a read here that I'm too concerned in it. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to play this under 245.5 because I do enjoy the fact that I'm looking at data where kind of sharper bettors or more experienced bettors are betting ahead of time and wanting to try to get the best number. I'm going to go with this under 245.5. We'll see where that number lands in the morning and go from there. I'm also going to play the Sixers here. I'm a little concerned about it, I won't lie, just because I don't know why they were priced at a pick'em. Given they're the better team, better record, but I'm not going to question it. I'm going to follow the line movement here and give me the Sixers straight up on the money line. No need for me to play a spread. The money line is good enough. Obviously getting a worse number, but again, not terrible. It's only a -130, so I'm happy to kind of lay those points. Really quickly, just looking at the injury report, we've got some people coming back. We've got Wiggins coming back, Vasquez coming back. So, and the Sixers are on a 2-game win streak. Miami's currently on a 2-game losing streak, but of course they're not. Well, they have Hero, right? They have Bam. So they are relatively healthy. Pretty surprised at the fact that the Sixers came into this as an underdog, but I'm not going to read too much in it. I'm going to follow the line movement and call it a day there. Moving into the next game, we have the Celtics and the Atlanta Hawks. 61% of bets, 83% of money on Boston Celtics. The books are running away from this. Completely opposite movement here. They opened at a -116 on the money line. They're getting better. Same thing with the spread. They opened as a favorite, but I think that's because, right, of all of these questionables and things like that. We've got Derek White currently questionable, Jaylen Brown, and then looking at Atlanta, currently nothing listed here. They're coming in on a 3-game win streak. Atlanta is coming in, no win streak there. They just won their last game on the 28th. But I'm assuming that this is happening because of the injury report, right? The books are quickly shying away from this. I'm going to jump into it just because all the money is still going in the Celtics and the books are making it better. You know what? There's no confirmation here on this injury report, regardless of like the status here of these players being available or not. The public's all over the Celtics here, especially at this line. Give me Atlanta Hawks here. I think this might be like one of the not best bets, but like definitely one of the like regular reads on this board here, where we say this is a spot where we probably look at fading the public confidently here. Give me Atlanta Hawks money line here, and go from there. This total opened at 222.5, currently taking 73% of bets, 76% of money. Has not moved whatsoever. Again, I think this is just, you know, me recording this video really early, so I'm getting one of the better lines here. Give me the under 222.5 here as well, especially if any of these players are listed out. Could really, you know, mess up the flow of this game here. I'm expecting, right, if even half of these people are out, you know, things might change. Celtics, you know, Celtics scoring efficiency drops and things like that. So give me the under 222.5 here as the fade, just because the books are reacting very quickly to spread in money line, but they're not doing anything for this total right now, which kind of makes me nervous given how confident the public seems to be in these overs right now. All right, we'll do one more game here. Just let me look at the slate really quickly and get us a pretty good one on how we'd like to end our night on the NBA. We've got the Pistons coming in against the Thunder. Should we do this one? I think it's pretty interesting to see Detroit with such a large spread, but definitely something worth noting. I mean, obviously Kate is out, so definitely something worth noting here. They opened at a plus 14.5. They're already trending downwards at a plus 13.5. I think people are definitely, you know, jumping all over the really big spread number, especially did OKC play last night? They did. They just played the Knicks last night. So you're looking at a team that's on a back-to-back, and with a really large spread. They did. I think the spread for the Knicks yesterday was it +8? I think they might have covered the spread yesterday, which is definitely, that's cool. I think when I was watching it was a lot closer than I thought here. One of the things here I'll say is just right, 80% of bets, 97% of money on Detroit plus 13.5. This is because it's such a large spread. Generally, the public is usually terrified of really large numbers, and that's why the Pistons are a good team. They're obviously missing some key players, but realistically, it's because of this really high number here. Money line, it's a minus 750. I'm not going to tell you to bet the Thunder. They're clearly priced accordingly. The Thunder is going to win this game. That's not up in the air at all. You know, do you want to sprinkle on a Detroit Pistons money line? I'm not going to tell you to do that because the Thunder's priced to win. The Thunder should win this game. The question here isn't if there's going to be an upset. It's whether there's going to be a cover. So 52% of bets, 95% of money on OKC Thunder. They opened at a minus 850. Currently sitting at a minus 750. And then looking at the total here, opened at a 220. It's already moving down here. You guys are not going to like this bet just because it's going to be my third one in a row, but I'm going to take the under 219.5 here. The books are adjusting pretty quickly here. We've already got 91% of money on the under right now, and again, it's really early, so like don't read too much into the 91% at this moment. I'm sure that number will fluctuate and kind of relatively even itself out here, but somebody's feeling really confident, and as I always say, I want to be a part of that party, so give me the under 219.5 here before the books continue to blow this number up, or blow this number down, I guess I should say, and adjust it to a number that I'm just not going to like, to like a 217 or like a 215 or something like that. So we're going to go under 219.5 here, not too far off from the open, and that's going to be our only read on this game here. I would say avoid the spread. Obviously, I don't have to tell you guys not to play this money line, but those are my reads here for NBA here. All right, with that being said, guys, I'm going to go out to the large review, and as always, if you want access to everything that we've reviewed here today on the slate, head over to the link in the description, splitlabs.net. Promo code YouTube gets you 50% off your first month. Get access to everything that you saw here today. Please make sure that you like and subscribe this video if I helped you in any way, or if you're tailing or fading any of my bets, drop it in the comments. I love to see that. And also feel free to drop in your best bets into the comments as well. Let me know if there's anything that I reviewed that maybe, made you scratch your head, or maybe you kind of analyzed and locked your own bet in. With that being said, guys, have a fantastic Monday. Let's have a great start to the week. I'll catch you guys on the next one.